right, so what's up, everybody? This is Tuff Talk Toronto. I'm Denean,
I'm Katrina.
and we have what do you go by, Tish?
I'm
Weekly dose
sorry.
of
Yeah, I
Tish?
got this other thing. Yeah, weekly dose of Tish from Charlotte,
All
North
right,
Carolina, from America.
nice. So yeah, we got a weekly dose of Tish with us today, and we're just gonna chop it up, talk some shit, and some
Yep.
good conversation. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
see where it goes from there. So, Tish, I know you already said it, but let us know again. What do you do, or what do you
Okay.
like? Like, what are you doing, like in the process of doing, and things like that? If you could disclose it, right?
Like, what do you like? What I do for my life,
Like,
work, and stuff like
well,
that?
not your life, like your podcast. Like, what do you do on your
Oh, like
podcast?
what?
I'm like, what?
Like what? I
She's
said,
like,
y'all
what do
throwing
you
me for a
mean? Like,
loop. I'm a CIA agent, so I can't tell anybody. Anyway, so I'll be getting my podcast going in the next couple of weeks. It would be with the Core 94 based out of Houston, Texas. So I'm single, so that's my main platform. I'm trying to get a man, so I'm using my platform to vet men, basically.
okay.
But in real life, though, seriously, I would talk about relationships, love. I mean, just stuff of that nature. Because I also have in the daytime, I'm a pharmacist, so I'll just bring
Oh,
up
nice.
topics and stuff like that. So, yep. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah, I've
Okay,
seen
so
y'all posting stuff, and I just love all the things like what y'all thinking. That's the same way I think. So that's why I'm like, we have to meet. We have to hook up.
nice. All right. I like that. I like that feedback too. It's always nice to know that other people are watching and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like what you're putting out there. So it's kind of like motivation. You get what I'm saying at the same time.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah.
that's
We have to support each other too. I mean, women in
Definitely.
media, media is, kind of controls how everyone thinks and feels,
Yeah.
for the most part. So we have to put ourselves out there and mostly support each other. So I just
I
love y'all
agree.
and just have to support each other.
all right. So I don't know if have you ever, I don't know, I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Mm-hmm.
usually during like podcasts or we meet people, we just throw out certain topics and just,
Mm-hmm.
talk about it, and you could put your opinions and whatever, right?
Okay.
So, you talked about relationships and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
just a random question for you. So like for people out there that are in relationships and I guess they're with the love of their life or things like that,
Mm-hmm.
um, how would you get over a breakup with somebody that you love? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
if you ever been in a breakup, how did you get over it?
I mean, I've been married a couple of times. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm a Leo at the end of the day. So, we just brush it off and we keep roaming and find something else. The older you get, is more difficult. I noticed when I was young, it was no sweat, but when you have more life experiences and you really try to get to know people deeply is harder. I don't know. I just, you know, just keep it pushing basically. I mean, because it's always someone out there.
That's true.
Yeah. It's always
But
someone
so
there.
like you see how you said keep it pushing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like for example, is it harder for people who's been in like let's say a long-term relationship for many years? Is
Mm-hmm.
it harder for them to get back out there in the market and just start, you know what I mean, meeting people and building those connections again and things like that?
I mean, it depends on what you allow to happen. So if you just had like a really horrible breakup and that person just, just used you up, yeah, it's going to take harder because you have to trust.
Mhm.
You just kind of don't trust anybody and you're just trying to pick up the pieces of, what that person took from you.
Yeah.
But one pinnacle thing, because it's been holiday seasons, right? It's a holiday season. And, of course, if you don't have someone, you're lonely. And if you can pick up the phone or allow your ex to, come back through, this is the time to do it.
Mhm.
But I think why would I allow that to happen? So like right now, I'm just like, no. Mm-mm. You have to think about what do you miss about that person exactly?
Mhm.
Especially usually when breakups usually is not on the best of terms.
Mhm.
Usually, So are you just lonely and you just want to get screwed? Or, you know, like you have to be real. And then I was getting to that point. I was like, dang, you know, I really miss, you know, la 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 la. And I'm like, why? And I was like, oh, I just want to get laid. And so then I was like, and then I started thinking about all the other crap. I was like, you don't deserve to be laid by me. And so I was like, okay, well, and that kind of just kind of calmed you down. Because, you know, a lot of times you think you hype that person up and make them into something you wanted them to be, but they really weren't that person at all.
Yeah, you can definitely you can really get lost in like being too comfortable, you know, like when you're in that comfortable state, you don't really see the red flags, you ignore those red flags. And then when you are left with what if the person broke up with you and it's just like out of nowhere and reality hits, then you're just like, okay, now I actually have to do the pros and cons list. And maybe you really don't know if there's really pros and cons because you were just comfortable the whole time. So it's difficult to make that how to get over a breakup and how to move forward. It's a very difficult time. I think I think so. I mean, I wouldn't want like a rebound, you know. I'm not a person, right?
Yeah, that's terrible. So, yeah. I mean, but man, they just show their ass so bad though. You know, it's like like I said, you have to really, you know, and then a lot of times you want that instant gratification. You just want to feel better for that moment. You know, but the thing with a man, they'll keep using you up. You know, if you keep that door open, they'll just come using you up. And at the end of the day, what are they bringing to your table?
Right.
Nothing except, you know, dick. So why, you know, so you just have to put the brakes on it, you know? Shoot, then you can tell I've been there, done that, like, nah, enough of that.
How about you, Denean? What do you think?
What I think, honestly, I just feel like a lot of people are just like you said, you get very complacent and you get very comfortable, and comfort is like a drug. You get what I'm saying? It's like when you're so comfortable with whatever situation, that person could be treating you like shit, cheating on you. They could be doing all types of stuff. You get what I'm saying? But people get so comfortable and they don't know what else is out there for them because that's what they're used to. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are in these situations. I call them situations because that's what it is. They're in these situations and they're afraid to go and step out of that because they're like, yo, this is all I know and this is what I'm used to. You get what I'm saying? So for a lot of people, I feel like they're just in relationships because that's what they want. A lot of people are afraid to be alone too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially during the holidays. Yep.
Yeah, they don't know how to be alone. And that's what I'm noticing a lot more lately. It's like you'll see people, they're in a relationship and then that doesn't work out. They're in a next relationship, but they're not taking time to figure out themselves and figure out why these relationships are not working.
Right. And that's what Katrina was saying too. Yeah. And you don't want that rebound because, you know, that's like another couple of years you wasting for someone you really didn't want.
And I think it's just like, I also think that, if you don't give yourself time to just reflect and just to grow, you're going to have the same relationship.
Yes.
You're going to be bringing baggage from the previous relationship into the next one, or just going to be repeating, ignoring those red flags, you know?
Right. So, yeah. They say it's like the same person, but just different name because you keep attracting or being, you know, the same type of person.
Yeah. So that's why they say you always have to take time to reflect and see what it is that's within you.
Right.
That attracts these people or those type of people. That's what they always say because we go, okay, maybe that guy, he's just like the next, or he's like the last, or he's like the last three, but why are they attracted to you? Why did these guys come to you? Why aren't the good guys coming to you? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we always have to do that self-reflection, and it's easier said than done though, right? So
now, do you think it's something that we are attracting, or is it something that we are allowing to be open to? Because you can't really you can't control who that you attract. I mean, even a dog wants a piece of steak. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, but what you allow and open up to, that's a totally different story. So that's what I had to learn.
You cannot get mad at yourself if you say, "Oh, I attract the bad boys." No, you're allowed bad boys to come to you.
Exactly.
Giving them attention, right?
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. So I didn't look at it that way. So it is what you're allowing then, right? But then it goes with standards. Like some people just don't know their worth, right? Because they think that's what they're worth, so that's what they should be treated. That's how they should be treated, or that's the best they could do, right? So,
I mean, this is like why it's good that we have, you know, talks like this, because really the media kind of controls the narrative of what women, you know, are worth. You know, like these men now, they're running amok. You know, ever since, you know, all of the, you know, you don't get me wrong, I love rap, okay? You know, but it's like, but it kind of started off like bitches saying shit, but hoes and, you know, tricks, you know, it's like start off as that. And this really wasn't about women per se. I think it was this frustration of Black men with their mothers possibly. And it just kind of trickled to all women. And now we just have this whole culture that Black women, especially, we're just hoes and tricks, so to speak. So we have to control the narrative and stuff like, you know, these talks was what is about to help with that, I think.
So I was watching, I remember you asking about Kevin Samuels, right?
Oh, that jackass.
So I was watching a video yesterday with him, and he was saying pretty much, he's sitting there, he gets views, he has like
13,000.
And you know why? You know why? Because he's a jackass, and women like jackasses. I mean,
there you go.
I don't blame him. I ain't mad at the player. I'm not mad at him at all. Who are these women calling into this, you know, hearing this tongue lashing they're getting, and they love it. You know, women need to stop, you know, even if he's saying was true or whatever. And I do agree with a lot of things he's saying, but his delivery, I mean, you know, especially during a pandemic, people are in a fragile emotional state, and he's telling women, you look like this and you ain't that.
But Tish, people are calling him for that advice.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but when you have a voice, you have to be responsible, but don't get it twisted. I mean, he's getting his views, he's getting his money. I'm not hating. Yeah, but those women need to stop it. They need to stop giving him a voice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll peek at it because I like the, you know, have you ever listened to like the alpha male strategies? I haven't. Oh gosh, I mean, he's another jackass, but he's a different type. I mean, and it's all, I mean, he's like the red pill guy. So basically the pump and dump type of dude, you know, how to rack them up and knock them down and keep it pushing. You know, so I like to listen to dudes like that. Yeah, just to kind of see what they're about, how men think. But I'm not going to subscribe. You know, I'm not going to keep giving him views per se. But I like.
So, what type of men do you attract? Do you think you attract?
Different kind. I mean, I like drama. I ain't gonna lie.
I like drama,
but I had to learn. Can't have that. You can't have the drama. Right. It leads to nowhere. You know, except a lot of wasted years, a lot of wasted time. You know, it's like you know, I had to recondition myself to want like a good guy, and unfortunately, good guys appear to be boring. But at the same time, it's kind of boring when you keep going through the same old stupid drama with different type of dudes, you know? Yeah. So it's just all about restructuring how we think and what we want. Because I mean, like Sierra, for example, honey, she let Future go. That's what.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And she
Russell Wilson is what women want, right?
No. Not particularly. No, we do not want that. I mean, that's the thing, though. We have to recondition ourselves to want him or be prepared for a man like that. I mean, at the end of the day, come on now. We know Future fun. Oh, that's a lot of fun. And Sierra let that go. You know, and that was okay for her. What's that? Why you on Future? Why you on Future?
we don't usually, so perfect example, we don't usually go for the Russells, right? But this is why a lot of guys go, okay, the girls preach they want the good guys, right? But when the good guy is there, they don't go for the good guy. Future is not the ideal guy that you're going to say, I'm proud to be with Future, because Future, he can't keep
I know exactly. I'm like, well, I'll be kind of happy.
But that's what I'm saying.
All that smack, but don't get twisted.
He checks the boxes looks wise, right? Okay, Future, we know Future looks good. You get what I'm saying? But to say, Mom, this is who I'm gonna settle down with, or Dad, this is my future, they're gonna be like, yo, I get it, Future.
My mom would be like, yes. And like,
I mean, Denean, where you going with this? I mean, I don't understand. What are you talking?
I'm gonna take you guys there. But listen,
please. I mean,
okay. I remember. Listen, I was watching. I like to go through comments and stuff when people are, going like the shade room and stuff, and people are just commenting under the pictures, and they're like, someone goes, I would be ashamed to even say I was with Future, right? Lord. Just knowing his whole pattern. There's nothing wrong with looking good, okay, but people ideally want the Russells where they're gonna be faithful and settle down with you and you can build a life together. You don't want a guy with 50 girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree. Yeah. You don't want you like the drama, but you don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want it. And I mean, but I wouldn't be embarrassed that I was.
I would be embarrassed.
I would be embarrassed. And at the end of the day, it's not like he's some bum. He's like a millionaire, so he can afford all of us. So.
Okay. If he's not rich and he's.
Oh, no.
Okay, so.
Ain't nothing to talk about. Oh, no.
Money is the factor in this case. But if he's he's an average guy that looked amazing. Every girl wanted him.
Oh, no.
He had this history of Future. You wouldn't want him, right?
Oh, no. Okay. I mean, we see good-looking guys all the time, and they ain't about nothing. You just like, whatever. No.
So wait, does height matter for you?
No, I'm not a height person. All of my friends, they have to have like that 6'2". And I'm not. I mean, I don't want a man.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6".
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want a man necessarily shorter than me, but I mean, I'm not picky per se when it comes to height. That's not my thing. I mean, my type is really black, bald, chocolate, and a beard, of course. Typical American.
I think that's everybody.
I know, exactly typical. I mean, but
you are doing it. Yes.
No, because it's like I find it's like people that date women that wear weaves or whatever, like braids.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a different girl you're dating every hairstyle she changes. When you go out with a guy with a beard and they shave, it's a completely different person. It's like baby face underneath there. I love beards.
Not every guy looks good with beards, without beards, and beards are like a makeup to a guy, just like hats are a makeup to a guy.
I mean, or if they grow a bigger beard, oh, that's hot too.
Yeah. Okay.
You like that big girl. You like that. Like, you tripping. Oh, that made that mouse look so good. Ooh,
right?
Girl. Ooh.
I love me a beard.
And a bald headed man. Oh my God.
Thumbs up.
I'm sorry. I mean, wake up. I'm here.
Tish is drooling right now. She's like,
I put myself in timeout, so I'm kind of like, yeah. Everything sounds delicious.
So
even Russell Wilson then.
Oh, wait, don't get me wrong. I mean,
Russell Wilson's cute though.
No. Ciara really no. Let me finish. Ciara really had me to recognize what is supposed to be. Like, now her life is, stable. She has a good man. She has a father to her children. Like, Future, like, he cursing at his kid or something about some birthday party or whatever, saying F you or something like that to his own kid. I mean, stability, presence, nice dinners, so yeah, I mean, but what I learned from Sarah is you have to push back from the table from the bull crap. You have to. Bottom line, period. You got to detox from wanting that foolishness. Because I think it's like human nature to want that drama. This is human nature, and you have to calibrate your brain. I'm sorry. Ooh. Yeah, so that seeing her do that, because that was I don't think that was easy for her. She's she had Future. She just dropped a baby boy for him.
Yeah.
I mean, and then she backed out of that and waited, and then Russell dumped into her lap. Yeah, so I learned a lot from her from that. But yeah, I would love a Russell. I don't want no Future. I mean, I'll dibble dabble whatever, and if he wants to show me around, okay, I mean, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, to be serious, like I definitely want a Russell Wilson.
I think the way that Russell treats, like, I mean, by the way that we see it on our end, how he treats is it Future Junior? I don't know what's the
Future. His name is Future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Future Zaya.
Just Future. Okay.
Yes, honey. She was in it to win it. Okay. Sierra was in it to win it. And that baby, after it's not even his future's not even his real name. You know.
I'm saying I'm like Future Junior. No. It makes Russell more attractive because for him to be there, like the stability, he can be the ugliest man. I'm telling you, he could be the ugliest man. But the way that you treat me and my kids, and it's not even your kid. Okay,
right.
You're safer, and you're making money. Nah.
He's raised right. That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely raised good.
Yeah, because his mom, from what I read, was the one like, if you're gonna be with Sierra, you're gonna have to love that son like he's your own before they even got married. That his own mother, and you know how the mother-son complex of love, the relationship with mothers and sons. So yeah, so you hit it right on the head, Denean. It's like all about how they're raised, and that's I mean, being older. That's what I've learned too, because I'm dating, and I have a daughter, and she's dating. And I realized we were going through the same crap. Like, it's like, like which like these dudes it's not about the age per se, because when y'all get older, these older dudes are acting the same foolishness. So it's all about the upbringing, as you said. That is 100% perfect.
So what's the oldest guy that you would go for, and what's the youngest?
I mean, I'm a cougar now, so what's legal?
There's nothing wrong with being a cougar.
I don't think you're stop it.
The youngest, I mean, but anyway, the oldest, youngest, no comment. The oldest, I mean, see, okay, then that's the thing. Older men, they don't go to the doctor like women do. So my point is, they're not really up on their health. They don't look as good as they get older. They have that beer gut and you know what I'm saying? So it's harder to want really an older man when they're not looking, they look old and they acting old, and then, they went through those life experiences like divorce and stuff, and they bitter and they looking old like, So the oldest I would do would probably be, 55.
55?
Yeah. I mean, he got to be like the bomb.com. He got to be looking good. He got to have money.
But there are some men out there that are 55 and don't look it. So
yeah, they look probably like 40 something.
Yeah. What about y'all? What's the age?
Younger.
Well, you say that now because you're young.
I would say mid 40s.
What, for younger?
Yeah, that's a good age.
Oh,
that's
for older.
Oh, for older. Okay, I thought you were going younger first.
No, I said no. I'm not going younger.
Oh, you're not going younger.
Yeah, I don't want an old one. She don't want a young one. So
honestly, I don't discriminate. Okay, so let's say maybe two. My rule is always I will never date someone that is younger than my younger brother, and my younger brother is 31.
Okay.
No, is he 31? I don't know. 31, 30, around that age. So I don't want anyone younger than my younger brother. It's just weird. You know what I mean?
Right.
Older. I'm probably a 10-year older type of person. You know what I mean? 10-year older than me.
Yeah.
I'm 33, by the way. So I would go probably up to maybe 43. 43 is a nice age.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, you don't want to. I mean, that's the thing. Like, they know that women, we can be older and bitter, but men, they can be older and bitter as well. And there's nothing worse than a bitter man. Ugh.
Oh man,
and trying your best to make them happy.
Oh, there's no way. And they don't let you know it right out the gate. They waste your time, and then and then they be like, oh my God.
I mean, us women, we just talk for days, so they're gonna know how we feel.
Right.
So,
but a lot of guys love the younger females these days anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, where's the balance? A lot of females want the younger man, and then a lot of males want the younger woman. So it's like, where's
I think they're also thinking about the biological clock of a woman,
right?
Pushes them for a younger. That wouldn't.
Yeah, but young females, let's be honest, they don't want an older man to marry. Very rare, but they don't want an older man to marry. They want an older man to take care of them.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's just logic right there.
I
You know
mean,
what I
I
mean?
think it's smart.
Yeah, exactly. It's business. Exactly.
It's business. I mean, and there's business on their end too, because like the
Yeah.
guys' end too, because they're
Yeah,
getting what
makes
they
them feel
want.
right, making them
So,
feel young and
Yeah.
making them
Have
feel
a
like
young
they're gonna
girl. Yeah.
die and all that crap.
they're
Yeah.
probably going to complain. Most of the men will complain when they're ready. The girls will, oh, let's do this, like active things. They probably
Hmm.
turn them off from the younger women. They'll be too like, just slump around and just want to enjoy
It's a
vacation and
slumber
stuff. They don't want
around.
to go. They don't want to go and like jet skis and shit. They don't want that.
Yeah.
You know?
You said jet skis and shit.
Yeah.
It's true.
And so I was listening earlier today to this dude. He's half jackass, half okay. So his YouTube is O'Shea Dude Jackson. I'm not sure if I ever listened to him. So either way, his topic was about the difference between dating coaches, like between the black ones and the white ones. And surprisingly, he said something that was very insightful. He said that with white dating coaches, they promote going after their women and pursuing them and, making them happy. Whereas the black dating coaches usually have the pump and dump mentality of just, and they may have that towards us black women because they don't find us as valuable, whereas black men do, as white men do rather. So how do y'all feel about that? Because I thought that was very insightful. Because a lot of the black coaches, probably like Derek Jackson, he's like one of the ones, but everyone likes to call him a cornball or, yada, 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 pandering to women. But yeah, a lot of the men on there is just about how to rack up a chick and keep it pushing, not to give your heart, not to give them money, not to do
That's the
anything.
black coaches are doing that. Black dating coaches are doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he was saying on his YouTube. So I thought that was whereas like I was saying, the white coaches promote for the white men or whoever listens to go after their women and, do whatever it takes to please your women, basically. And so I just thought that was very insightful. Well, how do y'all feel about that first before I go further?
I honestly don't know a lot of dating coaches. I don't know of. I know Derek Jackson, but I don't know of any others, to be honest.
Right.
I don't know, but how about you, Denean?
Honestly, I was gonna say the same thing. So it's kind of hard for me. I can't really get opinions off of someone else's opinions, right? So if I heard that myself, I can't really come to a conclusion because I have to have that experience myself. That's just me, right? So I've never really followed up on dating coaches or heard any black or white dating coaches for me to form an opinion. You know what I'm saying? So it's
gotcha.
like you could go in more detail, but it is interesting to hear because if that's the case, then I would wonder why the black dude is just preaching for, them to just hit and quit or whatever the case is, or just try to get the next girl to the next girl and player mentality. And then you have the white guy saying, love the women, get the women, wine and dine and stuff. So that's interesting to know, like why that would be, right?
Well, from what he was saying, that black men do not have confidence in their own women, whereas white men, they feel like there's always a woman that is worth their chase. Whereas black men feel like we're not worth chasing, we're not valuable.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so like, but that was very true.
That's hurtful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It must be more hurtful for Denean too because she has brothers, right? So, I wouldn't want my brother speaking badly about other black women. I'm a black woman,
Right.
But,
that happens all the time. Men do that. They have black mamas and they do that.
Exactly. So. That's true.
I would just say, like, having a lot of brothers too, you learn a lot, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think I don't know what that mentality is, because I know there's a lot of instances where you're on, let's say, social media and things like that, and you'll hear a lot of black females too will be like, yo, if it was a white female, you wouldn't be saying this.
Yeah.
But how come the black female is the most disrespected and da da da? So I don't know, where does this come from? Like, this is like a real question. Like, where does this disrespect for black females come from?
Well, I believe it comes from the systemic racism. With slavery, we were, they had breeding farms for, the men and the women to, make more slaves. And, a black man could do anything about that except just breed and not be attached to their own child. No say so. So I think that over time that created like a detachment. That's why we don't have the family structures, and the men are just not bonded to us like the other men are with their women. So I just think that's all that is based from the slavery, to be honest with you. Yeah. So but either way, it's time to do something different. I know that.
We gotta break the curse, man. We gotta break it. Like,
yeah.
It's so funny. I don't know if you guys heard of this black hockey player that just
oh yeah.
Right. Did you see on Instagram there was interview was her and the hockey player, and then it was, do you watch reality TV?
Yeah.
The Bachelorette, the black girl, Rachel, and her husband. So it's like interracial couples and how they feel about being in an interracial couple relationship, and what they've experienced. So the white lady was saying with the hockey player, she was wondering, she felt bad for taking him away from the black community because he's such a strong black man. And how do you feel about that then? If I see you eye rolling, how do you feel about that? And then let me just continue actually. Then Rachel was saying, she's in a relationship with a white man. I think she was saying, well, I used to be that black woman that hated seeing interracial relationships because there's another, what most of black women say, oh, there's another white woman taking one of our men. And then she said it was kind of hypocritical for her because she's now in an interracial relationship and she doesn't see it that way anymore. I
mean, I don't think that's the same difference. Rachel just, just like I'll never forget Halle Berry when she had a baby with a white guy or something. She's like, I tried, Lord knows I tried to be with a black man. And we know she did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I don't think that's the same difference. I don't know what that chick, what is she, like a ski chick or something like that?
Yeah. She's an Olympic.
Vaughn, her last name is Vaughn or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything against interracial relationships. I don't know. I mean, I just think it's different because Rachel, I mean, she probably tried, and black men just, like I said, they're detached from us, and, they're not going to treat us the way we, deserve or as well as they would do a white woman. So, it's, to each their own. But I don't want to hear what Vaughn trying to say about she feels bad.
Yeah, she said what's kind of weird about the whole situation is that they just recently broke up.
Right, yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
That dude is weird anyway. When I saw him wearing a bikini with her, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that was when they were first started being together, and she had on a bikini, and he had like a bikini and all his junk in a little bikini, joking around. I'm like, yeah, I was like, she can have him. But he wouldn't do that for us anyway. He ain't gonna do that for no black woman anyway. So.
Yeah, black people would be like, "Yo, what are you wearing?"
And he's like, they could be like, "Yeah, that's why I don't want to be with black women because you won't let me wear a bikini and you don't think it's funny." Like, bye.
But you know what? At the end of the day, like, I don't really care. Like, whoever wants to be with whomever, do it. You know what I mean? I've never been big on that. Like, that black girl's with this white guy, that white guy's with this black. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Or, I don't care about that. You know what I mean? But a lot of people take that to heart. But it's just like, why?
It's not your relationship. It's not your relationship. So why does that even matter?
Yeah, but I do get it. Like, a lot of people just grow up with this hatred. Like, yo, you should stick to your own race, because it comes from your, like, depending on your family too, because a lot of families are not accepting of their children or certain things. Like, certain things are not relatable. Like, if you're with a white guy right now, right? Katrina, if you're with a white guy, there's little jokes and things at the expense of that white guy that's gonna happen, and you can't control it. Like, you're gonna always have those, and there's just differences. Like, our cultures are super different, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I get it, but then it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a big topic.
It's a really big topic.
Yeah,
it is.
It does come from the families. Like, a lot of families just want you to be with your own kind, your race or whatever, right? And some families are just accepting. So
my question to you guys then is, based on what Tish said about the different coaches, would you go to a black coach because, I mean, you're black, or would race matter, or
race would matter? Well, it depends. For me, what am I going for? If it's like a counseling for like our relationship I'm in or whatever, I don't care who it is, really. But sometimes you go to who's more relatable to you, right? Who can relate to what you're going through, or has probably been in certain situations that you've been in, right? So
I definitely, you know what? That's a really good question. I think as Black women, I like to read the white women and what they have to say and how they do dating. Because as Black women, I think we're so familiar, and you know what? Okay, men, they tend to, I think they go to white women because it's unfamiliar. Men want to hunt. That's his bottom line, period. A man is going to be a man first. They are going to be loyal to themselves first. That's it. So I think as Black women, I don't think we understand the art of not being familiar with a man. And it really takes some extra to kind of, make it where they don't understand us. So they want to try to understand us. And so I used to, years ago, I used to read a lot of the white dating books. like Why Do Men Love Bitches? Why,
What?
You never read that book? Oh my God.
No.
And I'm like, Why Do Men Love Bitches? And I mean, that really changed my perspective on men. And it was like, it wasn't even like a white book or a black book. It was a man book. It was about what gets men engines revving. And so ever since that time, I mean, I totally understand how men are. And, like you want to blow up their phone, or you want to text back, you gotta
waste of time.
Yeah, you gotta push back a little bit and make the man figure you out and put yourself first. Whereas I think we always kind of put the man first and what we want from them first, and men aren't designed that way. Black, white, orange, pink, whatever. If you have no game, a white man will still work circles around you if you let him. I definitely would prefer white in that aspect, just to learn something different, because that's what men need. Men like viruses. They want something that mutate and keep them in different angles and stuff, whatever.
And I said, Black women are so bad no matter where we are. Like, she's in the States, we're in Canada, and we're all the same. We're bad.
Everyone goes, oh, Canada's cold, blah, blah, blah. But New York is cold as hell too.